Yo, what up, Renzo Gang? How y'all feeling? Now, today is another WrestleMania joint. Now, this one is titled WWE More WWE Superstars Released. I think this was originally titled, why Karrion Kross left WWE. I'm still upset about that one. And also concerns for Mr. McMahon. So, it's been a lot going on in the wrestling world. I'm gonna just say that, and I'm thinking because they're saying concerns about Mr. McMahon because of the car accident he got into not too long ago. I'm thinking that's what that is. And from what I've seen, Karrion Kross has been released. I think Austin Theory, if I'm not mistaken, don't quote me on that. And somebody else, Ashante the Adonis from NXT, who's also a former member of Hit Row. Um, yeah, WWE they do their their releases, and also I saw something. Even though I didn't watch the episode last night, apparently Christian Cage and Cope, Adam Cope, aka Edge, formerly known as Edge, they reunited in AEW. So they're going to be in a tag team match at the Forbidden Door pay per view for AEW. So with that being said, Renzo Gang, we're just gonna dive right on into this. I'm not gonna waste too much time. Let's get it, Renzo Gang. You feel me? And also, I hope everyone's had an amazing day today. I appreciate every single last one of y'all that subscribe to my channel, that watch my channel, that support my channel. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Thank you, Renzo Gang. Let's get it.
What is going on, guys? It is WrestleMania here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including, is
Bro,
Vince
you look
McMahon
weird.
returning to WWE television? What in the hell has happened to Vince McMahon's face? The real reason
Seriously.
behind Karrion Kross's WWE
I
exit?
want to
Are
know.
WWE fooling us again? Brock Lesnar's WWE return set? Edge and Christian finally reunite? A WWE Hall of Famer wants one more match? Another WWE star wants their old theme back, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos.
Now, to be honest with you, I'm thinking if WWE do this right, I'm thinking that they're gonna probably do Karrion Kross how they did, our truth. That could be a work. We never know. Just like the whole Seth Rollins being injured, that was a work.
And follow
Let's
us on
see.
Facebook for exclusive lists. Now listen to the
Let's
intro
see.
and get straight into our first story.
This is gonna be a good one.
Now, our first story looks at Vince
I
McMahon
hope not.
returning to
Stay where
WWE
you at.
television. Now, our top story today
Good.
takes a look at, well, maybe some speculation that Vince McMahon could potentially return to WWE television. On
I
Busted
hope
Open
not.
Radio yesterday, Bully Ray discussed a potential WWE return for Vince McMahon, and according to the WWE LFG coach, McMahon should make an appearance during John Cena's final match, as the fans would quote-unquote embrace it. If Vince were
I
to
hope
come out in
not.
that moment
Stay
to
where
give
you
John
at,
his
Vince,
final
please. We
farewell,
don't
I
need
think
you.
the people would like to see that, or would embrace it. Naturally, fans on social media have been highly critical of these comments from Bully Ray. As things stand, McMahon is still outright banned from WWE, and he wasn't even invited to Hulk Hogan's tribute show, which goes to show just how serious the ban has become. Next up, what
Yeah.
in the hell has happened to Vince McMahon's face?
No, for
Well,
real.
following Vince McMahon's appearance on the Hulk Hogan
Ugh.
TMZ documentary, there's been major concern for McMahon's health and well-being. Fans were quick to
Oh.
point out that McMahon looked worse for wear, and Jim Ross has gone as far as saying McMahon looked horrible. Speaking on his podcast, the legendary
He ain't
commentator
lying.
said,
I thought he looked horrible. He meaning Vince. I thought he looked tired, withdrawn, and heavy concerned because whoever did his makeup should be fired. He just
Bruh.
looked
No, for real though,
withdrawn
cause like, what in the world?
and so old, and that's like the pot calling the kettle black, in my respect.
Like,
So
he don't even look the same.
you can't stay young
You
forever.
know, he's old, but still.
JR also speculated that McMahon may have regretted taking part in the documentary whilst it was in progress, which could have contributed to the way he was presenting himself. Now, it's pretty clear just by looking at McMahon, he's almost certainly had surgeries or various surgeries on his face. Vince has almost certainly had a facelift to tighten up his loose skin around his chin area and neck, and it's evident that he's also had Botox to remove fine lines on his forehead. Not only that, but probably a nose job. It's also pretty clear that Vince has had some brow lift and eyelid surgery. Next up, the real reason behind Karrion Kross's
I
WWE
want to
exit.
know.
Karrion Kross appeared on Ariel Helwani's podcast yesterday, and Kross went into detail as to why his WWE contract renewal fell apart. According to Kross, he only received an offer from WWE last week, and he only had 24 hours to accept the offer, or it would be rescinded. The truth of the matter is, my contract was up last week. I never actually received a contract like an offer until last week. I got the offer, I wanted to know how they came to the valuation of that offer. When I inquired about that, they were unwilling to provide that information and told me I had 24 hours to agree to the offer or they were rescinding it. Kross would then reveal that there wasn't an offer on the table for Scarlett, as WWE told him that they would deal with her once he had re-signed. Nothing. She had nothing. There was no offer to her. I was told at one point, after we deal with you, we'll deal with her. I don't know if they were willing to offer her a separate contract. I don't see why we couldn't have done things the way we did before. Now, whilst the situation between WWE and Kross clearly isn't great, the relationship hasn't been shattered completely. According to Kross, he would still like to return to the company as he considers the promotion as his home. I would prefer to go back home with my wife and let's give people what they want. Home meaning WWE.
Seriously,
Despite the fact that it's been frustrating, I still want to go back. I have so many great core memories of being there, even amongst all the other stuff. It pales in comparison to the relationship and friends I have, not just with people
I
in the
hate
locker
how
room,
they
but
wasted
with the
him like
supporting
that. Like,
staff.
come
Now,
on.
hopefully WWE and Kross are able to work things out, and Kross is eventually able to return to the promotion. However, are WWE fooling us again? And there's significant speculation that the Karrion Kross ordeal is just still one big work, and it doesn't help that a single reputable source is able to provide information on whether this is a storyline. Interestingly, Kross was asked about this possibility directly during the interview with Ariel Helwani, and Kross outright stated that on this occasion, this is totally legitimate. No, I'm not answering questions today as a character. Kross would then go on to add that due to the Seth Rollins injury, as well as the R-Truth angle, nobody knows what's real and what's fiction. Now, this is a great point, and this is all WWE's fault. Even a real-life incident such as R-Truth's WWE release was labeled as a work by Triple H, so it's hardly a surprise fans have no idea what's really going on. Now, according to Kross, AEW haven't reached out, as even they're confused as to whether this is just a storyline. Now, it's still possible that WWE will turn this entire thing into a work, but WWE should look to avoid copy and pasting the R-Truth angle from a few months ago, as that would be the most predictable approach imaginable. Next up, Shayna Baszler shoots on a WWE exit. Shayna Baszler's WWE release earlier in this year came as a huge surprise, as Baszler was one of the most popular names backstage. Baszler has now been able to address her release, and according to the former NXT champion during an interview with Ariel Helwani, she had 3 years left on a deal, and when nothing was landing with creative, she knew the writing was on the wall. From that time, Zoe and I weren't on TV. You kind of get this feeling we were trying to pitch stories and ideas and doing our own stuff on social media. Nothing was hitting with creative. It's a bummer in that moment, but I kind of knew where we were at. Baszler would then address the rumors that she may be AEW bound, and she confirmed that there have been a few discussions when it comes to her signing for the promotion. It's not a secret, I'm really good friends with Marina Shafir. I have a lot of good friends there, so there's been some discussion as to what the future could hold for sure. AEW signing Baszler makes all the sense in the world, and she offers something completely unique to their women's division. Next up, WWE schedule causing issues.
And I'm not gonna lie, she was definitely another one of those few great talents that got wasted. I'm very upset by how they handled Shayna Baszler. I'm not a fan of that. I'm upset about that.
This week, Gunther had some interesting comments to make when it came to WWE virtually abolishing their live event business model. Gunther stated that the lack of live events prevents younger talent from working in front of a non-TV crowd, and this can be detrimental when it comes to their core development. Now WWE Hall of Famer Booker T has shared similar concerns on his podcast, and according to Booker, it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword. It's good and bad, in so many different ways. I mean, I look at the question, it's been posed for so many years. You guys need an off season. I don't think we're gonna have an off season, but having give guys and girls a little bit more time off, I think that's a good thing. Being able to spend a little bit more time with your family, that's a good thing. But the boys are gonna have to still be able to balance, that time off. Time off is your worst enemy.
Booker would then add that time off.
Yeah, he is right about that.
Wrestlers, and the lack of live events could even lead to an increase in injuries.
They've been sitting at home, not preparing. Preparation is the only luck you're ever going to have. Injuries going to rack up when you don't have as much time in the ring.
Next up, this WWE star wants their old theme back. Sheamus' original Written in My Face theme song is one of the
Seriously,
most
give that
popular
thing
theme
back.
songs of the past 2 decades, and fans were delighted when Sheamus brought the theme back in 2024. Sadly, the theme song quickly went away again, and according to Sheamus during an appearance on Insight with Chris Van Fleet, he wants the song back, and despite pushing for it to return, he's unable to make it happen. I would if I could. I love that song. I miss it.
Yeah, why
That's
they
a fight
take
for
that
another
from
day.
him? I did.
I fought that battle a couple of times. It's been a difficult one
Like
to try and
that
push
theme
over
made
the
him
line.
actually.
It's been widely
you know,
reported that WWE talent have.
I'm not gonna lie. The themes nowadays for these superstars and AW wrestlers, I think the themes are what causing the crowd not to get into the character because the themes are always going to play a big part in with your character and the superstar and the wrestler. The theme always plays a big part, like always. If I'm not rocking with the theme, like most likely I don't care about that superstar wrestler. You know what I'm saying?
Issues with the quality of modern day theme songs, and it's not difficult to see and hear why. Next up, Edge and Christian reunite. Now, at long last,
they
Edge
did
and
it, and I
Christian
didn't
have
watch the
finally
show.
reunited on the recent episode of AEW Dynamite. This happened after Christian managed to save Edge from a beatdown and the two hugged it out.
And that's
They will now
crazy
team together
because-
for the first time since 2011 at AEW New Japan Pro Wrestling's Forbidden Door pay-per-view, where they will take on Nick Wayne and Kip Sabian. Now, many had anticipated that their first reunion as a tag team would take place at AEW All Out, which is going to be held in Toronto in their hometown. However, the Observer Radio mentioned, I guess the idea was that they could do the first match and give them a win, because it may be a championship match. So then you cannot complain that they haven't even got a win and they're going to get a championship match. So they are getting a win, so that may be a championship match. It may not be, but I can tell you for sure the original plan was for them to get a win to build to a championship match. We're living in a year where we've got Edge and Christian reuniting, as well as the Hardys and the Dudley Boys taking each other on in TNA.
One
What
last
year
time.
are we in? Next up, a WWE Hall of Famer wants another match. A
Who?
WWE Hall of Famer Tori Wilson last wrestled back at the 2021 Royal Rumble, and now Wilson has stated during an interview with Shaq Wrestling that she would like to have another match. Wilson would state that she would jump at the chance to wrestle in WWE again, but she will want to prepare to make sure she could deliver in the match.
I feel like if you've ever been in wrestling, the door is never completely closed.
Yeah,
But people ask me a lot, like, do you have another match in you? And I'm like, yes, of course. Like, if something awesome came along, how would I not have that in me?
She
it
looked
would
good
take
still.
a lot more preparing.
I'm not gonna lie,
on
she
my
looked
end
good
because
still.
I wouldn't want to go back and do something like that didn't make people go, "Oh wow, she is an athlete," right? So I would want to, I guess, make myself proud. But at the same time, I like golfing and playing tennis and working out, and my back issues
wrong with
are
that.
not
Nothing
going
wrong
away
with that at
anytime
all.
soon.
A future Royal Rumble or Battle Royal appearance for Wilson seems like a strong possibility, and the pop she received at Evolution 2 from being in the crowd is a clear sign that fans will want her back. Next up, Brock Lesnar's WWE return set. Brock Lesnar hasn't been seen on WWE TV since his shocking return at SummerSlam, but we now know when Lesnar will be back on screen. WWE have now announced that Lesnar will be appearing on 2 editions of SmackDown in September. Those will be the September 12th and September 19th show respectively. Interestingly, these are the 2 shows that John Cena is not advertised for, so it's kind of bizarre that they won't be having the 2 foes interact. Cena is working a Raw date around that time period, so it could be possible that Lesnar makes a surprise appearance to confront Cena, but WWE have gone all out in marketing Lesnar for the SmackDown shows, so it seems rather unlikely. This gives extra credibility to the report that WWE will be having a PLE on September 20th, and it's even more likely now that the main event of that particular show is Lesnar vs Cena. WWE have yet to announce the event, but with just over a month away, they're running out of time, especially if they want the show to sell out. And finally, John Cena reveals why he's retiring. Our final story today takes a look at a new interview from WWE great John Cena, who's revealed why exactly he's retiring this year. Cena appeared on The Tonight Show, and when asked exactly why he's retiring, Cena stated that if he hangs around any longer, he's taking time away from the younger guys. I think if I hang around any longer than now, I'm just taking away from the young guys to make an impact. It's time. This is a rather selfless answer from the future WWE Hall of Famer, and it's refreshing to see a wrestler in such a positive headspace when it comes to their upcoming retirement. But there you have it, folks, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more.
But people irk me when they say that John Cena buries talent. I'm like, y'all acting like John Cena was the only superstar burying talent. Hulk Hogan did it. Triple H did it. Like Triple H was probably worse than Cena when he did it. Even though Cena, he held the company down for a very long time, longer than Triple H. But even though Triple H worked to get where he got, Triple H still buried talent. You can't say Roman Reigns buried talent because Roman Reigns actually elevated people. But still, like, it's superstars before John Cena that, buried talent. You can't just say Cena, buried talent. Like, I hate hearing that. Like, yeah, he did bury talent, but he's not the only superstar that has buried talent within the company. Stop always just thinking it was John Cena. Did y'all not forget Hulk Hogan was John Cena did what Hulk Hogan did? Hulk Hogan was the man for years. He buried talent. Look what they did over there in WCW. Like, they straight buried the cruiserweight division. That's why a lot of them guys got frustrated and left. Like, NWO, they straight buried talent over there. Y'all can't just say it was just John Cena. But yeah, I like, John Cena. He's been selfless and he realized, he can't hang with them guys. He can't hang with them no more. He just cannot hang. Now, they are right. Karen Cross, they should not do the whole cliche, bring him back angle like they did with R-Truth, because like just don't do it. And for AEW to not contact him, it's something going on. Or he might go to TNA. Who knows? Karen Cross might go to TNA and go back to his Killer Cross, persona. You just never know. Shayna Baszler is a possibility. She could probably go over to AEW because Marina Shafir. It's a possibility. Edge and Christian, reunited on AEW Dynamite. That's crazy. I knew it was going to be bound to happen, but I didn't really expect it. But I knew it was bound to happen. Uh, Sheamus, they need to give him back his thing. Like, why y'all shouldn't have taken that thing from him? Like, that was crazy. Y'all should never did that in the first place. But you know what? You live and you learn. But Renzo Gang, post some comments down below. Let me know what you thought. If you enjoyed this reaction video, hit that like button, share, and subscribe. You feel me? Make sure you turn that post notification bell on so you be first to get your videos. Because you don't want to miss these videos, Renzo Gang. I'm telling you. I love y'all. I'll see y'all next time. Peace, Renzo Gang. Yeah.